Good afternoon, you beautiful people. Solana is looking like a once-in-a-lifetime type of investment. And I'm going to go into a few factors why I think this thing could go to astronomical numbers. So stay tuned, because the one at the end wraps up everything I'm going to say in a beautiful bow and makes me get for Solana. First things first, if we look at the tokenomics of Solana, just key metrics, and you can get that at DeFi Llama, this thing looks like a powerhouse. We're looking at a total locked value, so the amount of money that is literally locked within the chain at $8.6 billion. That is stupid. And what the real number that a lot of people should be looking at here, and most people aren't, is this app revenue. Solana at this present moment is making $5.51 million a day. A day. This isn't just sort of value of the token or what the potential could be and all these other factors. It is actually generating this money in crypto world, in the crypto space, actually returning revenue from a chain which isn't connected to the actual value of the token itself is an insanely bullish thing. Just so I can give you a bit of a comparison, Ethereum, the thing that everything's going to be running on, that thing that everyone's like, oh my god, Ethereum. Ethereum app revenue is 1.58 million a day. So if you look at the potential of Solana in relation to Ethereum, which is like the Mac Daddy, oh my god, the altcoin, you see that it is highly undervalued for where it is right now. Secondly, Solana has got its first ETF, and it is making some crazy numbers in the first couple of hours. We're looking at $33 million in first day volume. This is only going to accelerate the TVL of this chain. The more TVL, the more locked liquidity within this chain, the crazier it is going to get. The more value of the token is going to get, the more utilization. And you need to understand, if a chain is making people money, and that chain is making people money by keeping money on that chain, the value of this thing is going to go to a different planet. It is an unbelievable opportunity, especially as now that it has its own ETF, which means that real money is going to be coming into this industry, and it's incredible. This is a mad situation, especially when you can actually stake it as well and you get a return. So all these people that are holding this money in other chains and anywhere else, not knowing what to do, can buy Ethereum, stake it, and earn what looks like 7%. That's nuts. That's actually nuts. How crazy can that be? And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, well, Alvarez, remember when that Melania and Donald Trump coin came out and Solana was like, oh my god, we can't do anything later. It's going to take 7 days for your transaction to go through. What are we going to do now? Well, even that is going to be solved. See, if we're in this situation right now, we're sitting here where Solana is making ungodly amounts of daily money, it's transaction, it's staking, a whole bunch of stuff is happening. But we have this throughput problem where, if, say, the world starts utilizing this chain, it might come through some transaction failures and congestion on the chain. Well, Firedancer is coming out. See, at this present moment, Solana is doing about 50,000 TPS a second, which is like, the amount of transactions it can do a second. But when Firedancer comes out, and it will come out, believe you me, it's going to come out. Firedancer, in essence, is Solana 2.0, which is going to be doing 1 million transactions a second. That is another bullish sign. If this thing is coming in the future with all of these other things that are happening, it's a no-brainer that this thing is going to go to a different planet. I want everyone to understand this. But, you don't need to buy. Who cares? You don't need to listen to what I'm talking about. This is just proven fact and things that are going to be happening. Now we're getting to the real start. This, combined with what I will be saying next, could make Solana one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful chains in crypto. At this present moment, xStocks has been announced. And when this comes available, and when this becomes more fluent and wildly spread, it is going to make this chain crazy. See, look, if you need to understand what xStocks is that you will be able to trade real stocks, tokenized, but real stocks on the Solana chain. You guys really need to understand how spectacular this is. This gives the key factor of what the real stock market, why it's so valuable, why people put so much importance into it, is the trading ability of it. It's the ability to actually leverage and gain profits from that. And if you're able to provide that on a chain that is on crypto, where no other project is doing something on this level within the aspects of a modernized exchange, this is possibly one of the most spectacular events on crypto. This will bring in enormous amount of TVL, enormous amount of earnings, enormous amount of utilization. And in crypto, the way it works, the more people buy the chain, the more valuable it gets. And with this, millions, possibly billions, and in fact, possibly trillions of dollars could be rolling around into stocks through Solana. I hope that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't make sense. I mean, I could be wrong. Now the bow. Now when you tie it all together, it's just like, how do I sell my house, right? The Genius Act is going to be bringing in levels of liquidity into the crypto world like you would not believe. Estimates as high as $3, $4, $5, $6 trillion are going to be fueling through the crypto world. And when you have a chain where you can stake, where the utilization and value and money earned is high, where throughput is going to be sorted out, where you can trade stocks, real world stocks, and then you have the regulatory framework to create a digital currency that can then go into that chain to utilize all of this stuff. This creates the perfect storm of what could make Solana go to a different universe. It could make it go to the most valuable chain on crypto. It could even surpass Ethereum. This is the perfect storm that is being built on Solana, and this is why I am accumulating astronomical levels of it. I was fortunate enough to see the foresight of Solana, and I bought it at $13, and I'm still buying at this level. We are in for what could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Or, I could be wrong. Or everything can crash and burn. This is crypto. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm on the let's make sure that doesn't happen. US government, world, everyone else is using it. But you always have to be careful. So what I'm saying, if you follow, you guys are idiots. I'm just giving you my point of view. I don't know what I'm talking about. I may have made 7 figures. I made 7 figures. I've made more than 7 figures in crypto. But take it for yourself. Do your own research. Understand what I'm saying. Look into what I'm talking about. Connect all the dots. Put it into a popo. And then come back and tell me why I am wrong. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. If you want to know more information like this, check out this video up here and we can go from there. Make sure you follow. Come on.